All right, hello everybody. Hello, welcome to the channel. This is Ricky Mike, and I'm here to bring you the Uber's Pokemon Association Season 1's finals. Uh, that's right, we are in finals one more time, which is great. This is gonna be our 10th appearance on finals this generation on this generation leagues, which is crazy to think about. Um, I do not make finals every single league that I play. Far from it. I don't think that I'm even 50-50 to be honest with you. But I'm not really keeping track. I just keep track of how many I make. The good thing for me, I guess, is that I haven't lost a finals yet. But there's always a first, right? So this could be the first one where we ended up losing. I guess. Who knows? We'll see. But anyways, I'm going to do a little team builder as is tradition for my finals games. And I will have the timestamps on the description. So if you want to just jump into the battle, go ahead. If not, then feel free to stick around to see what we're bringing. Sometimes I like to watch those because it's fun to see what people think on sets. Sometimes it gives me ideas for the future, right? Anyways, before I jump into that, however, I guess I will mention that it's been fun to play on this the first season of the UPA. I wasn't gonna join this league because at the time that the league was advertising to start, I was in a little few too many leagues. I still am, not so many anymore, but I'm still am. But I saw enough, and I do have a weakness for using broken stuff, especially on Wi-Fi. You don't get to use Legends on Wi-Fi too often, unless it's like BGC restricted formats. So, I saw this, decided to join, and here we are. Unfortunately, I ended up getting a pretty shit spot on the draft order. I think I was like third from the bottom, which is not good at all. It's almost the middle. And particularly Ubers, it wasn't going to be good because, I wasn't going to get one of the most broken stuff. Leave alone that this league banned the most broken Ubers. Like, the Coridons, the Miraidons, the Arceus, the Kyogres, the Calirexes, and all that stuff. So, this is like a baby Ubers league. But anyway, it is what it is. I decided I was going to try to grab some stuff that was fun, and, we'll try to do the best we can. However, by looking at the tiers, I ended up deciding that, hey, nobody's going to draft this Pokemon, and it is one of my favorite new Pokemon. You never get to use it, at least not at its full power, because nobody allows it. So, I ended up deciding to build my team around this guy. The Undead Fish itself, Basculegion. I absolutely love this guy. Last Respects is a naughty move. So yeah, I decided that, hey, there's no way at 8 out of 10 anybody's gonna grab this. So we ended up grabbing it. Plan worked out. Decided that I needed to build a team around it. So I grabbed, Rain. I grabbed Terrain for a Charlotte Rain. I grabbed Murden for the Terrain. I just grabbed not a very good team, to be honest with you, but with a few pivots, I guess. But hey, it ended up working out. The season didn't start very good, I will say, but we ended up making a lot of transactions mid of the season, and I guess they paid off because now we're here, right? Which is great. So I'm happy to have played this season, and we're gonna give it one more shot to see if we can take the championship, and if not, runner-up is still pretty good in my opinion. All right, okay. So here we are. If you haven't followed the season, we are actually having a rematch for finals, which is, if you know me, I hate those. And actually, we have a rematch from the last week of the regular season. So we are going to be facing the mod and creator, or one of the mods and organizer, I guess, owner, whatever you call it, of the league. That is going to be Dash and Sceptile and his Seattle Sigilyphs. Neither of us ended as the top seed, which is interesting. We ended up in, I believe, third and fourth, something like that. But that was because of the thing. But we both we missed on a bye to semifinals, and now we're here both in finals. So that's pretty cool in my opinion. Anyway, this is the matchup. They have a Mewtwo, which he thinks is the best Pokemon, the best Uber around. I don't think that is. But hey, more power to them. It has been putting on work, especially the semifinals. If you haven't seen that game, go watch it. That Mewtwo destroy the team that I thought that was gonna win the championship, to be honest with you. So kudos on him. Very well played. Like I mentioned, this is a rematch from the last week of the regular season, and we did win that game. However, he didn't. Well, he told me he didn't bring his best prep. He tried to bring some cheeky sets, which I believe. At least I think I believe. I also don't think I brought. I don't know if I don't know if I wouldn't say that I didn't bring my best sets, but I did need to win that game, and so I did bring probably a somewhat gimmicky but serious prep. So let me show you really quick what I mean, because I guess I will need to talk about it. So these are the sets that I brought during the regular season. The main key of this set was that he does have a Dragalge. But I don't know if you bring Dragalge just because, you know, you have much better Pokemons to bring. So I decided to bet that he wasn't going to bring one or bring it. And his only form of removal outside, or, you know, his only form of removal is a Corviknight with Defog. So, you know, the centralized idea of that team was this lead Focus Sash Toxic Spike setting Snizzler. The idea was to set up hopefully 1 or 2 layers Toxic Spikes first thing first. Don't let the Corviknight defog by taunting, and hopefully they just put me at 1 HP with Repair Assault, which activates my Burden, and it makes Repair Assault with Focus Sash, which activates my Burden and makes Repair Assault 200 base power. It worked perfectly. It worked absolutely fantastic. We put the Corviknight so low that it wasn't able to defog at any point, so everything on his team got regular poison, not toxic poison, but regular poison. Regular poison was good enough. The Dryer Claw was just for the thing. Yeah, I might have even killed that Corviknight if have I wrong Adamant, but I just didn't for some reason. And you know, it paid out works. It worked out fantastically. So yeah, because of that, I don't know if my opponent is going to bring the Dragalge this time, or he's just gonna be more careful about how he plays around Snizzler. But you know, that's something to take into account. The rest of the team wasn't as cheeky, I guess. I did ended up bringing. Oh, let me do a quick move around here. Yeah, there we go. I did ended up bringing a Swift Swing, Choice Scarf, Vasculigion alongside the Pelipper for the rain. The truth of the matter is that he has fast Pokemon in Mewtwo and Samacenta, and they outspeed. If they are Scarf, they'll always outspeed even Swift Swing Basculegion in the rain. So, you know, I have drafted Basculegion before in Showdown League, in EA Showdown League at the very beginning of the generation, when I guess people didn't realize it was, Last Respect was to be broken. And my main strategy was always to, you know, weaken stuff and at the very end just clean up with rain Last Respects. If you don't have a normal type, this thing, the Last Respects destroys everything. It doesn't matter if you're a dark type. Unless you're Team Blue, which he has, but, you know, weakening the Team Blue is going to be key for this, and Team Blue doesn't like taking away Crash Hitter. So, we're bringing the same thing, even if he has a Scarf Samacenta, which is his fastest Pokemon, on the rain with my Choice Scarf, I will be able to outspeed it. So, we'll see what they bring for this. I brought it during the regular season. A lot of people, the majority of people haven't been respecting Basculegion, to be honest with you. They either don't bring their normal types, or they don't bring good, or, you know, they terrestrialize the normal types. I don't know, dude. I think people are now starting to realize, which sucks, because, you know, I wish they wouldn't. But, you know, even then, right, Flip Turn is good to move around. I believe we're bringing Aqua Jet instead of Liquidation, just in case. I don't think Liquidation ever does anything good for us, so. But that's the Basculegion side, like I say, is meant to outspeed, or it was meant to outspeed, I believe. I don't even remember, dude. It's been so long since that game happened. It's been a couple of weeks. The Pelipper was your standard rain setting Pelipper. Weak Soak to be cheeky, like maybe we, you know, can soak the normal type or the dark type, and then finish it up with Basculegion in 8 game, like a suicide soak, right? Then we brought Overquill with the spikes, because that's our favorite set, Intimidate. I thought that this was going to be a very excellent check to to Mewtwo, because, you know, Aura Sphere doesn't really do much to Mewtwo, or to this particular Overquill. and then the Intimidate is always useful, right? Um, but ended up being that my opponent decided to, or actually, I didn't know that, what you call, I didn't know that Mewtwo this generation it got air power, which almost one-shot us. Thankfully, it didn't, and we were able to get a little bit of work. Like, we just needed to break a substitute on that Mewtwo, I guess, because they brought freaking soft leftist Mewtwo with a Psychic and ground coverage, and that did a number on my team. But thankfully, we were able to, survive. Taunt is to allow, to don't give him hazards, and at the same time, don't allow the Corviknight default, because we should always be faster. It also helps against his webs, because he does have the options having webs with the stupid Charjabug, and I thought that he was going to bring it during the last one, because it was the last season and he was already in playoffs, so I figured, hey, maybe he brings it just to say that he brought it. But he didn't. He could bring it this week, because I did tell him that I feared that, so I have taunted a couple of my sets, or I had taunts in a couple of my sets. And last but not least was the Rillaboom with the freaking BGC set with the Grassy Seed double grass move, mostly to bluff a Choice Band, which worked fantastically. We were able to baiting a Sylveon and kill it with a combination of Grassy Glide into Woolhammer. Taunt is specifically to don't allow, webs or hazards and slower things, and Hazard's Power was specifically for the, Dragaldi if he brings it. And yeah, this thing worked pretty well. We ended up winning 1-0 with Bascudigion at the end, which doesn't sound great, I guess, but at the same time, we ended up winning, so I'm not gonna complain about that. That's just how you win with a Bascudigion team. So yeah, I'm expecting them to make adjustments and bring perhaps a better team that they brought last time, or at least if they bring the exact same team, then they will have changed steps to adapt to what I brought. So, anyways, what do I think they're gonna bring? I think they're gonna bring either Choice Scarf Mewtwo or Samacenta, but that's just me, right? Like, whenever I play a Bascudigion, I try to bring something that is faster than it. If I have it available, I try to bring something that is faster than it on Rain. Unfortunately, that gets countered by Bascudigion being Scarf in Rain, but unfortunately, I've been running that set a lot. It hasn't really been coming up, but if my opponents are watching my games, which I'm confident that Sceptile this is, they should know that I love running that set, so yeah, that's gonna be interesting. But I do, as things stands, I do expect a Mewtwo or Samacenta to be Scarf, so in Rain, Bascudigion is always gonna be faster than both of them. Gotta be careful with that. Corviknight 100% coming. And it's probably just gonna be defensive to, take on my either Snizzler or Rillaboom. But, I'm pretty sure it's coming. Team Blue 100% coming. Sylveon might come. He seemed to think that I have 0 switches to Fairy moves, which I don't agree. I mean, I don't have a Steel type, but Porygon 2 eats them for days. And, Overquill takes a hit, right? But he may come. Like I said, Charjabug is very... It's scary in the sense that if wave goes up, without me being in with a certain Pokemon, I'm probably losing the freaking game, because they're just horrible. And unfortunately, I cannot just sit here and say it's a final game. He's not gonna bring a Charjabug, because believe it or not, 2 people had done that to me before in finals, back in Gen A. One in YCA finals, and I also lost, and another one on another league. I don't remember the name of the league, but I actually lost that game for my opponent having setting webs turn 1, me not be able to defog them, and then your sweepers, you're sweeping. So gotta be careful with that. Palafin is always scary. I don't know if he brings it. I would. I mean, I understand I have a Rillaboom and a Bascudigion, but it's still a very good Pokemon. And his Terra Captains, I don't know, dude. Last time he brought the ability Shield, Flash Fire, Chandelure with Terra Fairy to make sure that he can switch into Reshiram no matter what. I guess he didn't expect me to bring Air Power. But it was pretty cheeky, and it was pretty nice. I am fine with you Terraing into anything that is not Dark or Normal, because Bascudigion just ends you at the end. Potentially, and the Cincino, he actually brought to the semifinals game with a tidy up and Terra round, which was cheeky. I don't think it's great here because Vasquez can destroy it with a well-timed wave crash, but you know, he could bring it, so who knows. And lastly, like I said, he could bring the Dragalge because, you know, it does remove toxic spikes if he fears that I'm going to try to do the same cheeky stuff. But at the same time, he doesn't need to bring it, right? Because Corviknight can just defog. He just needs to not let it take 80% from a freaking, or 85% from a freaking reversal 1 HP Snistler. So yeah, I don't know what he's going to bring. Same thing happened last week on semis on a rematch, and my opponent brought the exact same thing with a slight, very small modifications. I know they're friends with Septa, so maybe Septa try to do the same thing. If they do that, then hopefully I have the team to beat it. But who knows, right? At the end of the day, it's gonna come down to whoever brings the better stuff, whoever plays better. So yeah, that is the matchup. So let me jump up real quick to, I guess, show you what I'm bringing for the team, and I guess try to explain why am I bringing what I'm bringing, because I don't know, dude. The thing with rematches is that I bring good stuff to every game, I think, unless I lose. And even if I lose, right? And I think that having a rematch is tough for me, particularly because it's really hard for me to change sets. Unless, like I said, because if something worked, why would you change it, right? But, you know, I'm trying to adapt to his adaptation. So it's a bit tricky for me in rematches. Maybe for everybody, but I particularly hate rematches. So yeah, I'm gonna show you what I'm bringing, and let me explain why I'm bringing that stuff. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Yeah. All right. First off, I'm gonna go in reverse order, I guess. First Pokemon on the team is going to be our Pinkhead, the Overquill. This Pokemon has been putting overtime on this freaking league. So maybe I should change his name to Overtime instead of Pinkhead. But yeah, no, this Pokemon has been absolutely fantastic. It just is a spikes machine. It's being a toxic machine. And we're taking a page of our last week game for semifinals, which was also a rematch during the original game. We brought a Intimidate, bulky Overquill to try to hazard stacks and poison my opponent's team. And for the rematch, we actually brought a Swift Swimmer Spiker because we were bringing rain. So this is something similar we're doing this week. That's why you see the Chukaberry, I guess. We are bringing a Swift Swing set for rain. So I guess you suppose that I am bringing rain. With a Taunt to prevent him or them from, attacking. The Chukaberry is to leave hits from Mewtwo or from Tinglu, at least one hit. Spikes, hazard stacking as much as we can, because the less that they can switch, the better for us. And prevent defog from the Corviknight, obviously. Crunch, just for damage, especially on Mewtwo, if he thinks that he could be faster than me. Unfortunately, Mewtwo, especially at level 100, is just so damn bulky that I've never one-shot it, unless I'm like Adamant and max speed. But number one, we're not. Oh, no, sorry, Adamant and Life Orb, but number one, we're not. And number two, this outspeeds even Scarf Mewtwo, so I should two-shot it, leave one hit, two-shot it, which is great. If they're switching into the Tinglu, I can either Spike or, I can actually Destiny one and maybe trade 1v1 with something, especially the Tinglu. It would be fantastic to get rid of the Tinglu on this. People don't technically expect Destiny one on this thing, so it could be an excellent tech for that. So yeah, this thing is supposed to come in. Obviously, my plan is to bring Pelipper early and set up Rain and set up with this, or try to put on some work with this before it goes down. So yeah, that's gonna be the first set for our good old friend Pinkhead here. The second Pokemon that we're bringing is obviously Okada and the Rain with the Damn Rock to get as many rain turns as we can, since they don't have a way to automatically change the weather outside of doing it manually, which they could do, and if they do, that's good on them. I believe this is the exact same set that we brought last time. Yep. Come in, set up the Rain, and you turn out. unless we are in against something that we can threaten, like you know, the Team Lu, where we can water wall it, or even the Corviknight if they're trying to defog, so we can weaken that. That would be fantastic. It also helps with the Chandelure not being able to spam fire moves against me, although it does conflict, I guess, with the Reshiram, which if you don't think I'm bringing, you're crazy. But, you know, we have been able to maneuver Rain, Reshiram, ever since we picked up Reshiram, so I'm confident that we can do it. And Soak, of course, is same text as last time. We can use it on a Tin Lu or a Dragalge on a Suicide hit, and then bring something to, you know, probably beat it with your Basculegion or even the Rillaboom, right? So, yeah, very important Pokemon. We don't want to lose it early. If I lose it early, it's not the end of the world, because the Basculegion does have a Scarf. Well, I guess another spoiler. But it will still outspeed things, but it's not nearly as effective against potentially a Scarf, Samacenta, and Mewtwo. And not even just that, is the fact that if he runs like max speed on those Pokemon, Scarf Basculegion just doesn't outspeed it, man. Outside of range, so that sucks. But you know, that is how Game Freak decided to balance the damn thing, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be our Rainmaker Okada. Yeah. Set number 3, we're gonna bring Whiplash Rillaboom one more time. Slightly different set this time. We're actually running an eject button because we want this thing to be in and out as soon as possible. So we're being a little bit redundant, I guess, because we also bring in the U-turn. Same thing, taunt to, you know, grab things. Taunt is to prevent things from hazards to webs, specifically, or even defog. U-turn is to hopefully switch out on something like Corviknight coming in. Grassy Glide is good for, you know, just general priority, Palafin, Tinglu, or stuff that we soak. And High Horsepower is specifically for the Dragalge. If it doesn't bring it, then it's useless, but I'm not too concerned about that. So yeah, that's the Rillaboom. Same in spread, bulky with a little bit of speed for creeps at the end. For Pokemon is gonna be our Edward Scissorhands, and this is the reason why we wanna be in and out with a Rillaboom as soon as possible. I mean, I expect my opponent to see it on team preview and be like, oh, they're doing this crap again. And hopefully they go to whatever it is that they try to do against it. We're bringing a different set this time. We're bringing the Swords Dance Unburden set for a sweep. This is risky, and it will probably cost me the game if it doesn't work, but that's fine. After the Unburden boost, this thing outspeeds every starter of his team, which is good. And it also gives me enough speed to, enough bulk to, here's the idea. Hopefully the idea is I bring a Snisser and something like the, I guess, the Sylveon, and or even the Tinglu, no, not the Tinglu, something, right? I'm not even thinking, maybe the Palafin, right? So my opponent decides to switch out in Corviknight as a Swords Dance. I'm like, they're fine, we leave a Swords Dance, not a problem. So they decide to go for a Brave Bird. At that point, defensive Corviknight never kills me with a Brave Bird after the Grassy Seed defense boost. So, instead of attacking like a dumbass, I Swords Dance there. If I Swords Dance twice, and he doesn't have Palafin, this is GG's. The game is just straight up GG's. The Corviknight dies, and I do not die to the Rocky Helmet. And then everything on his thing is one-shotted by either any of the coverage moves that I'm bringing. Unfortunately, I don't have a space to bring Throat Chop for the Mewtwo, because, you know, for Move Syntron, because I do need that acrobatics. But, you know, it is what it is, right? Acrobatics is just stronger and kills or it has the potential to kill Chandelure or Dragalge, you know. The point is, I'm making a huge gamble on bringing this and assuming that I am going to try to Swords Dance twice with this. But if I like I said, if he doesn't bring Palafin and I Swords Dance twice, this is game over for them. Will it work? I'm like 70% sure that it's not going to, but if we, you know, we have pulled out crazier stuff, so who knows, man. If it works out, fantastic. If it doesn't, we at least try. But yeah, Scissor Sands, this is gonna be the hopes and dreams of our season here. But at the same time, you know, we are gonna bring our endgame Pokemon, endgame, the Basculegion. pretty much the same set that I brought last time, actually with a little bit more speed to make sure that I can outspeed. I think I figured out what his speed creep was with Mewtwo last time based on his HP investment. So with this investment on the speed, we should be able to outspeed the Mewtwo without the rain, if it's not a Scarf, and kill it, which is great. Samacenta, I don't know. I expect him to be somewhere of a more defensive set. So, yeah. But the Mewtwo, at least, we should be able to kill. If he runs max speed on Mewtwo and he does zero my rain, and this thing comes in and just die, then so be it. Well played. But, yeah, that is Vasky Digin. Not much to say about that. It does what it does. Hopefully it comes in at the end and clicks for my respects to finish up. And last but not least is going to be our Gandalf. Our shiny Reshiram, pretty much the exact same set that I brought last time. Like I said, he didn't bring Palafin last time, so these moves are just good. They hit everything on his team, especially Blue Flare. It just cooks his team for the most part. Because Chandelure, unless he's the silly ability shield set again, he just doesn't switch into Blue Flare. Blue Flare actually 2-shot set. So, yeah, this thing outspeeds his Samacenta max speed, so that's good. We can have the extra power from Modest. But yeah, no, I don't know what else to say. That is the team. Those are the 6 that we decided to bring. Again, I hope that I throw off my opponent a little bit on team preview when they see the exact same 6 Pokemon, because I'm thinking that they're going to think that I'm going to bring either Blastoise or, you know, the Porygon, something like that. Or even the Diancie, who's been absolutely great on the team. But no, I'm just bringing the same and try to see if they try to adapt and see if I could adapt to the adaptation better. Yeah, that's a little bit of a tongue twister, but you know, that is what it is. That's gonna be the team. Thank you all for watching this long ramble, and yeah, we'll see you on the game in just a little bit. Peace. All right, welcome to the game, everybody. Let's see what they bring. There's the Palafin. That's not great. And there's the Dragalge. Oh, okay. So what did he not bring from last time? From last time, he didn't bring the Chandelure, which makes sense, and he also didn't bring the Sylveon. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, well, I don't know how effective the This is Nisler set is going to be now, because, you know, they did bring a freaking Palafin. Oh, let me just go have fun real quick. And yeah, this should be a fun game. Like I said, I don't know what to expect. They do have the Palafin in though, so it could be a good play for me to just start early with the hazard stacking. Let me see. My Overquill. Can you take a Overquill versus a Dragalge? Nope. No, we cannot. How do I punish you leading with Palafin? You leading with Palafin, I punish with... I'm just gonna go with the Pelipper lead. Yeah, let's try to set up the spikes early. And go from there, I guess. Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting game, dude. Freaking Palafin, dude. I was kind of hoping that they wouldn't bring it. But yeah, they're most certainly happy to see my Pelipper, I guess. Nihilap. Yep, that is the Palafin. Okay. So they are 110% switching. So I can U-turn into the Pelipper here. Into, I guess, the... let's go ahead and U-turn into the Overquill, I guess. Let's see what they go into. They could go into a number of things. We will find out. I guess they don't want to take a... Yep, they're going to switch out. Here comes Kelpo. That is the Dragalge. Yeah, that is indeed a Dragalge. Okay. We go back. Now, our Overquill don't take a Draco Meteor from this thing. Absolutely doesn't. Could go into Reshiram. If I go into Reshiram, Draco does a lot. He can go Corviknight. If he goes Corviknight, Air Power does a lot. If he goes Corviknight, I can go back into you, I guess. Alright, let's go into Reshiram. Alright, let's try to put in some damage. He is Black Sludge on this thing. It's good to know. It's good to know. My best play right now will be just to Draco, as they are going to switch. Makes sense. Ting Lu. We go to the Ting Lu. Are you AV once again? Vessels are ruined. Ah, that is so bad. That is so bad. They just get their Stealth Rock for free right now. Oh, that is so bad, dude. God damn it. Alright. Dude, that is so bad. We're gonna have to go to Okada. Yeah, they just get a Stealth Rock for free unless they are Solvus. Nope. Man, dude. I think we're not winning this, boys. I just do not think we're winning this. Yeah, that's not good at all. That is not good at all. I could Hurricane. But then what do I go into after that? This is not looking great at all. It's not looking great at all. Alright, let's go ahead and soak. Alright, we're gonna switch out. Probably go back into the Kelpo. Yep. Alright. Go ahead and take this soak. If they become a water type, my Overquill should be able to take a hit now, right? If you are a water, yeah, I take one. Yeah. This thing, can you be faster than a Pelipper? Pelipper, 149. Yep, yeah, you can 100% be faster than a Pelipper. So let's go into Overquill. Missing out on that Draco was huge though. I hope it doesn't come out, but it will probably come up. Last week he also dodged a Thunder Wave and that ended up coming up big time. Okay. You know what? This is fine. This is actually pretty fine. Overquill versus Ting Lu. Right, with one, you will do that much. No. Stomping Tantrum. Okay, it does that much, and the second one can potentially kill me, which is good for me. It's gonna go into Metallic. Okay. Sure. This is fine. I'm gonna spike you up. As much as you're switching, you're getting spiked up. If you wanna defog, be my guest. I am so weak though. If I had that chip damage on Ting Lu, man, that would be freaking huge. Alright. First layer of spikes. We taunt it next turn if he tries to defog. She's gonna U-turn. Okay. I don't know how many turns of rain do I have. If you have one more, that would be fantastic. If I don't, then so be it. Nifilab. That's this thing. That is unfortunate. Unfortunately, it does kill me, so I do have to go into you. Let's go into Whiplash. Man. Alright, I should be able to take a hit from this. Right. And it actually switches us out. That's actually not good at all. Well, is it not good at all? So I do eject button right now. How many turns of freaking rain do I have? I could just go into you right now. I can go into you. How much damage did he do? Let me double check. My Rillaboom is at 210. Versus Balafing. Choice Banded. In the rain. Jet Punch. I think he's Choice Banded. So if I go Snizzler here, I could end up losing my Snizzler though. I could go into you. I will lose Rain though. Ah, this is not great, dude. I am going to go into Okada though. Alright. Alright, we still have maybe 1 or 2 more turns of rain. This is the last turn of rain. I 100% have to U-turn. It recovers some health thanks to the thing. It really depends on what he goes into here right now, right? Because I can potentially go Reshiram. Missing that thing was huge though. Missing that that Draco. Yeah, he does withdraw. Makes sense. Goes back into Kelpo. Okay. So I could go into the thing. I'm gonna go into Pinkhead. And I'm gonna try to get the 1-for-1 with this. If he goes into something else, so be it. Especially if he's faster than me. But he might think that I'm just going for the suicide thing. He could also think that I'm gonna go for the for another spike and just try to kill me. So I'm gonna just Destiny Bond here. Please kill me. Just don't flip turn, that's all I'm asking. Okay, that's a 1-for-1. That's a 1-for-1 we always take. Alright. Yep. Yep. Okay. If he goes into one of his things, that would be super scary. If he goes Sting Lure right now, it will be fine. I can just go into Okada. Let's go into Reshiram. Alright, we get rid of the Dragal, which is good. Unfortunately, we don't have Toxic Spike, so, you know, that is not the end of it, but, you know, at least we get rid of it. We are gonna go to Gandalf. So go into Good Doggo. Okay. Alright. Yep. That works for us. Let's see who heals first. Oh no, there's no heal. Doubtless shield. So I am faster. Okay, that's good to know. So I could just go for the Draco here. How many turns of terrain do I have? I had 2 turns of terrain. So I could go for the fire move. How much are we doing to a Ting Lu? We're doing Reshiram versus Ting Lu. Ting Lu, Ting Lu, Ting Lu. Entry hazards. Draco is doing about 50% anyway. But so is Blue Flare. I'm gonna go for a Blue Flare. Alright, GG's, man. You're just better than me. Yeah, you're just better than me, dude. Yeah, you just cannot. He's just better than me, dude. So, that is Choice Banded, right? Or it could be Adamant. If I go into Snizzler right now, because the terrain has a run, I can try to Swords Dance twice. Is that my only chance? Yeah, it is my only chance. I just need to do it. Yeah, I just gotta hope that this thing is Choice Bandit. Yeah, dude, GG's, dude. Yeah, we're just gonna Swords Dance. Please go into Corviknight. Please go into Corviknight, please go into Corviknight, please go into Corviknight. There's no reason for you to stay. He has Psychic Fence. This is game. Alright. Yeah. Dude. Oh, he's Life Orb. Oh, wow. Okay, well, I'm an idiot. Yeah, no, this is basically game. Yep. I can do nothing at this point. If I go to you, he kills me with close combat. If I go to you, he kills me with the thing. Yeah, no, this is game. This is very much game, so. Yeah, this is game. This is very much game, so good, sir. I'm gonna just fly. At this point, I just need him to kill me. But as long as he yeah, this classically will kill if I had connected the blue flare. But yeah, all my luck die. That's a good little chunk. He just close combat, kills me. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, we may have had a chance have we not, you know, missed that Draco Meteor on the Ting Loop. But yeah, this is GG's. Like I said, it's been a fun season. I don't know how else to put it, man. This man just dodged his way to the championship. Yeah. There's nothing I can do here, right? I just had to wearable a couple times, I guess. Yeah, it is big time my fault for not noticing the Life Orb on this thing. But it was over a long time ago. Yeah, the Tinglu 100% wins. Yeah, not even max power. My last respect kills that Tinglu in one hit. I don't think not even 2 hits. Not given how healthy it is. Like I said, if depending on what he has, if I had have I connected that last respects? Have I connected that Draco? Maybe. But yeah, no, this is the end. This is the end. Maybe I should have focused more on setting up. Maybe I should have focused more on setting up Thriller Spike. But you know, it's a delicate game, right? And it's just when your opponent has those types of Pokemon and we just miss all the hits. What is there for us to do? We're just gonna last respects. I don't think it kills a Corviknight from full health either. Corviknight is just bulky. Nice. Nice, very nice. Very nice. Let me see what the roll on that is. Corby Knight, physically defensive, last respects. Yeah, it wasn't even a roll. That thing just leaves. Yeah, I mean, I gave up a long time ago, to be honest. You know, like I said, we lost a long time ago. But, you know, it is what it is. Right. I mean, it's gonna do a ton of damage with the Jet Punch. Enough for the Basket Legion more than likely to kill me. Oh, sorry, for the Team Loot to kill me. Now, it will be funny if they think they can outspeed me and try to go for something like a throat chop. They did. That's fine. Alright, well, nobody's gonna say that this thing is not gonna go down fighting, I guess. Move. Yeah, and this is basically the Pokemon that should end it up for us. I mean, all it has to do is payback. Yeah, it's not a two-shot for us. Ruination. You know what would be nice? A miss on that Ruination. That would be lovely. But that is too much to us. So we're just gonna go for it again. Well, I'm guessing he is. I'm guessing he's Chesto, or he's just what is it called? Or he's just Sleep Talk. Please don't be Sleep Talk. He's not Sleep Talk. Okay. Yeah, I was just clicking this move a bunch of times, huh? He's still sleeping. Okay. We're gonna last respect again. Huh. So he comes down to the Mewtwo, huh? They could be faster than me, to be honest with you. 100% could be faster than me. It depends on how much speed they put. If they speed creep a Basket Legion at max speed, then, you know, they got too nervous to eat berries. Take this back damage. We just go for the last respects. Oh my god, are you freaking serious right now? Okay. Huh. Huh. What the hell did just happen? Alright. Well, hello everybody. Welcome. It's Freaky Mike. And I guess I'm gonna do a little bit of an outro here since I'm sure you didn't expect that game to end the way it ended. Anyways, we're here just chilling on a picnic with your UPA Season 1 champions, I guess. Quite fittingly in the rain, because, you know, we ended up being the rain team, and ultimately rain was the biggest factor for us to win the last game. I just wanted to give some quick thoughts about that game, because let's be honest, I didn't necessarily want that game as much as Sceptile just completely lost it. After the game we went a little bit back and forth, and you know, he told me what he had and what not. Realistically, he was trying to do too much, man. He most certainly didn't respect the possibility of Scar Basket Legion on the rain, which hits about 700 and something speed. Even if his Mewtwo was max speed and Scarf, it wouldn't outspeed me. Unless it didn't have the Tailwind, obviously. With Tailwind, it would outspeed me if it was a Scarf, but obviously, as you saw, it wasn't a Scarf. And but without the Scarf, it doesn't outspeed me, even though I wasn't max the Basket Legion wasn't max speed. So yeah, my man just did too much, to be honest with you. He just needed to attack. He just needed to Brave Bird with with the Corviknight instead of setting Tailwind, especially because the even with Adamant 300 base power, last respects, is still not a one-shot on a max defensive Milotic. Sorry, Corviknight, the most we ever do is 99%. I don't know if you knew that or not, but in any case, he just needed to attack, and because the rain was still up, he just needed to jet punch with his Palafin. I was choice banded in the rain. By all accounts, he should have killed me, or it would have been a very close roll on their side. And then the Team Luke could just finish it up with a Stomping Tantrum, right? But yeah, I guess my man got a little bit too excited and lost sight of the situation, and it ended up just costing him, which is something that, I mean, I guess there is a lesson to be learned there. You know, always keep your eye on the prize, never get complacent. I seen cases in the past where, you know, games won have been lost on just getting a little bit complacent at the end. But you know, you get a little bit too safe, you let it go, and you lose. I had almost lost games to that myself. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. I just wanted to say thank you for the season to the UPA mods. Thank you for having me. It's been fun. Like I said before, during Teambuilder, it was a rough season at the beginning. I liked the team. I didn't necessarily think it was very good. I love that I picked this mon up. This mon has been incredibly clutch. Some people question the fact that I was grabbing Reshiram on a rain team, but ultimately we never had to use rain every week, right? I mean, we did ended up winning, or we ended up at least bringing rain in the semifinals and the finals, but for the majority of the season we actually didn't bring rain. So, you know, it's something that my opponents always had to prepare. But Reshiram alone has been able to destroy things completely, as you've seen on some of the games. So absolutely gold pickup. I'm never picking up the Oscar's attack, even if he's allowed on a regular draft. That mon is trash. It never kills anything, and on top of that, it just dies to a slight breeze of air. So, yeah. Sneasler, fantastic Pokemon. I will much like it with Terra, but, you know, even without Terra, it's fantastic. You just want to have some way to reliably activate your Unburden. There are a lot of ways, but, you know, the Seeds is something fantastic. Relabong is always going to be one of my favorite Pokemon to draft, to be honest with you. He's just so good. I drafted even without Glassy-Glide, but Glassy-Glide makes it even much, much better. Pelipper, you know, reliable setter. I still like Polito better as a rain setter, but I can say I'm a much bigger believer of Pelipper now. It definitely, having the pivot mode is definitely, you know, a big bring for that, and I think that's why Game Freak decided to not give it to any other Pokemon except Koraidon, and U-turn on Koraidon is amazing. If you haven't seen our Mythical Mayhem run on the channel. This has been one of my favorite Pokemon to use, to be honest. Overquill has been fantastic. People think that it's only on this thing, and specifically people think that it's just going to be a rain sweeper, but in reality it's being a spike machine. And a spike and a toxicking machine is just weaken teams. It has been absolutely fantastic. I will pick up this Pokemon again. I'm a big fan of spike stacking this generation specifically, and Quizfish being like absolutely legendary. And of course, you know, the captain, the first Pokemon, the round number 1 Pokemon that we drafted. You know, from what I understand, people expected it to do a lot during the season. It really didn't do much during the season. It was more of a show of all the other members of the team, especially Reshiram at the end of the season, and another member that's on the bench. But, you know, to come in clutch, semifinals, it closed out the game, and finals, it absolutely saved a game that was absolutely lost for us. So, yeah, I really wanted to use Basiligion ever since I saw it on the first reveal of Legends and Arceus. I got to use it on Showdown before, but I really wanted to use it in Wi-Fi, so I'm glad that I finally was able to draft it with Last Respect. I don't want to draft this thing without Last Respect because it becomes, you know, it's not its full potential. But I think that, you know, I definitely showed off what Last Respect is being considered to be banned even in Ubers, right? So yeah, no, huge shout out to the team. This is, you know, exactly the team that I brought. I guess I will give a quick shout out to the members that stayed on the bench. Definitely the 6 Pokemon on this matchup. Always the Ansi absolute queen, one of the best Terra captains on low Terra allowed. This thing, as you saw, sweep 6-0 the semifinals team, and then it did, it basically closed off the game on semifinals. So fantastic Pokemon. I don't like this Pokemon without Terra, but with Terra, it's absolutely fantastic. Porygon 2, another excellent Pokemon, one of my favorite walls. Even if he lost Teleport, it just did fantastically when he had to do. I mean, this thing stopped a Source Dancing Rayquaza. I don't know what else can I say, right? This Pokemon is just a machine. This thing stopped a freaking Calyrex Ice. Choice Band the Calyrex Ice and Strax on top of that. It's just a fantastic Pokemon. Reliable normal. It's just absolutely great. Lady Katsuyo, the Gastrodon, I didn't get to bring her many games. I think she only came into 2 games, but it was pretty close on both those games versus the Sand team. This team just did incredible work. It stopped Giratina, it stops Giratina, Origin, it stops what you call Iron Bundle. Fantastic Pokemon. It didn't get to stop the Regieleki team because I just threw it away on something I sure had no risk, a Terra Grass from Aaron Juguglis, but at the end of the day, it's a great job. One of my first Terra captains that ended up getting replaced, Rambo the Blastoise. This thing was good at the beginning. It is overrated, 100%. Even when it can Shell Smash and Terra, it's just not that good. It just doesn't hit hard enough. But hey, it did great. It basically won as the first game of the season, which was one of the most closest games, I guess, the entire season. So if you didn't see it, you feel free to check it out. But yeah, it was good. I'm probably not gonna draft it against a Terra Captain. We did end up replacing it with the Yancy as a Terra Captain, but absolutely fantastic Pokemon in its own right, and it was my only removal like the whole season. So why my opponents decided that they didn't win a Hazard stuck me, I will never get. And I guess absolutely shout out to the MVP of the team, the freaking Hasuan Electro that didn't come to a single game. But hey, it is a UPA champion, so good for it, I guess. I did more work on WPF where we also drafted it. Yeah, I don't know what else to say. Like I said, thank you everybody for watching. If you watch this, Basque Legion, you are an absolute monster. One thing I guess I'm gonna say, the last thought that I'm gonna say, and I didn't want to say this during any of my games because I didn't want to tell my opponents how they should prepare to beat me. I don't think that's a smart strategy, but Jesus Christ, people, if you're facing a Pokemon with last respect, bring your normal type, for the love of God. And if you bring your normal type and it's a Terra Capitan, do not ever Terra it. This Pokemon will mess you up. I have swept, as you saw, this thing just 3-shot a freaking Team Lu. This thing, I have it for a fact that this thing can one-shot a freaking Roaring Moon from full with 300 base powers because I did it on another league when I drafted it on Showdown. Yeah, respect the Vasculigion, man, especially if it's in rain, Bring up the walls. I mean, a few coaches did respect the Vasculigion. The coach that had the Terra Quagsire respected it, bringing Terra Normal. Water Absorb Quagsire, which I thought was fantastic. That's why we didn't bring this Pokemon week 1, and I think it's the only game that it didn't come to the whole season. And the other team that I thought I was gonna make finals, to be honest with you, and absolutely destroy me. It's the one thing that I feel like absolutely destroy me when I lost a game during the season. Other games have been winnable, but it's the Florida main team. I don't remember his name, top of my head, but so my philosophy when it comes to Ubers League is you should always draft the higher number of Ubers. People always allow only 1 or 2 Ubers on the team, but they always qualify, I guess. They always tier Pokemon that should be Ubers outside the Ubers tiers. That team in particular drafted, I believe, Zekrom, I believe Florermane were their 2 Ubers, but they also had the Oxy Speed, which I don't care what you say. I think that should be considered an Uber. It's just as good as Deoxys attack, if not better. Deoxys, that was one of the most expensive Ubers at that. And Deoxys normal as well. And they also have a freaking Dido. I actually expected them fully to win, not only to make the finals, but only to win. Shout out to Dashin Sceptile for upsetting them on the semifinals with a freaking Choice Specs Mewtwo, which is a threat. But yeah, no, I expected that team to completely come and destroy me on finals. My strategy, my main strategy on finals was going to be to bring Last Respects Basque Legion with only one move on what you call on Last Respects, and for the Tito, and then bring up especially defensive Porygon 2 to try to check the floor main, and at the same time, always switching into the reverse Ditto, and try to either chip damage of Paralysis team, because Paralysis was very strong versus them. But at the end of the day, it didn't need to happen, and here we are. We're gonna be the inaugural champions for the UPA. Here's 2 more seasons for them. We'll see if we decide to come back next season, and if they decide to have me, I guess, because Sceptile is the is the head coach, so he might just be like, nah, you cannot come back. But anyway, yeah, like I say, thank you all for watching. Like I said, respect Basque Legion, and I guess I'll say sorry to the Sceptile squad. I guess that you guys are gonna have to wait for another opportunity to have Sceptile's champion. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you want to see more battles, we have a bunch of leaks on the channel, so feel free to stop by. I always like to bring. I always like to have good battles. That's my thing. I have fun with battles. I always bring my best to every single game. And yeah, if you like competitive battles, I think you'll have fun. Anyway, thank you for watching. Peace out.